Hello, my name is Cecilia Orphan. I'm an assistant professor of higher education at the University of Denver, and I would like to share what I think full participation would look like for regional comprehensive universities. Regional comprehensive universities, or RCUs, are regionally focused public universities that have tripartite missions to promote educational access and opportunity, student centeredness, and meeting the unique needs of their student demographics and regional service through promoting the civic, social, cultural, and public health of their regions. They have evolved over time with their regions in mind, meaning that some have become universities from originally being colleges. Many have begun offering graduate degrees because the regions needed advanced education in public health or education or teaching and education. And for me, full participation for these institutions would look like fully being able to promote their missions of regional service, student centeredness, and educational access. However, we face a lot of problems in the sector in trying to do that. And these problems, I conceptualize them as having three different types. First is they face legitimacy problems or challenges in that society, and many scholars actually don't view them as legitimate institutions, and they are viewed in very deficit-based ways. And I argue that some of the reason for that is because they have historically and still enroll students who have been marginalized in society and promote that access mission. And we often think of access as contrary to academic excellence or academically powerful institutions. The second is that the policies that are often in place really norm or privilege flagship or research institutions. So an example of that would be in the most recent stimulus package for higher education coming out of the COVID-19 crisis. You see that there is a metric in place for Pell enrollments, which is great because that definitely helps regionals because they have high Pell enrollments. However, there's also a premium in place for full-time enrollment. We see this in performance funding formula often as well. Yet many regional comprehensive students will attend part-time because they're working full-time or they have family responsibilities. And then the final set of challenges are around funding. They have never been funded at a level that fully recognizes or positions them in a way that they can fully enact their regional service missions. So what are the solutions? First, scholars need to stop defining regionals by what they're not. Often you'll hear people say they're not community colleges or they're non-selective, they're non-flagships. They're actually regional comprehensive universities or regional public institutions. Some people have also called them the people's universities. So use descriptors that honor that tripartite mission. Also be careful when you are assigning certain criteria around striving for prestige to them. So a common one is graduate degree offerings or changing to university status. But in my research, I found that many of them do that because their regions, A, want a university nearby to fulfill the regional needs, and B, need those graduate degrees. I think the other thing that we can all do is really question and trouble and disrupt notions of prestige, because prestige often operates to stratify higher education and stratify resources and position access institutions like regionals at the bottom. And then finally, policymakers need to be intentional when crafting policies. Often when policy is directed at regional comprehensives, there's a lot of emphasis on the access mission, which is an incredibly important part of what they do. But they also have this broader regional service mission, and you don't often see policy that reflects that mission. So public policy should really embrace and encourage and incentivize that tripartite mission that regional comprehensive universities serve. And this is what full participation would look like for the sector.